Hello, everyone. I'm Alethea Girding. I'm the ISMTE treasurer and was the board liaison to the awards committee this year. And I'm very happy to introduce Kim Retzlaff, managing editor at ASH Clinical News, who is this year's winner of the Salkin Service Award. Congratulations, Kim. We were really pleased to be able to give this award to you this year. The nomination letter just really stood out, and we're so thankful for all you've done for ISMTE.
Thank you.
So we're just going to have a little talk today just to talk about a little bit about your career in scholarly publishing and just some of the things that really stood out to us that led us to give you the Salkin Award this year. So I'd start with the same question I've actually asked all of our award winners this year. So I think many of us come to scholarly publishing through different routes, and it's interesting to hear how we all found ourselves working in this field. So I'll start by asking you how you came to be working in scholarly publishing.
Well, I won't be surprised at all if a lot of our answers are pretty similar. I sort of fell into the field by accident. I majored in English, but after I got my degree, decided that I did not want to be a high school teacher. I was living in Arizona at the time, and I found a job with a trade publishing company in 2000. And then several years later, I got married, ended up moving to Denver. And it took me about a year to get back into publishing after the move, but I ended up getting an editing job at a place called the Association of Perioperative Registered Nurses, or AORN. That was in 2008, and that's when I started learning about the world of scholarly publishing, and I've been part of it ever since.
That's great. And I think the answers are all similar in that they start with, well, I sort of fell into this by accident, but they're all different than how people fell into them. And I find that so interesting. It's just, no one really knows about this career until they fall into it. And most of us are really glad that we did. So the Salkin Service Award recognizes ISMTE members for outstanding service to the society, and the ISMTE board selects this award winner, and they look for members who have exhibited enthusiasm for and commitment to the society. So some of the things that we noticed: you've been a board member, you planned a North American meeting, you served on a webinar committee, and I think that given all that you've done, that this award is just a small way to thank you for what you've done for ISMTE. The society has obviously gotten a lot from you. How has serving ISMTE been enjoyable for you?
Well, thank you so much. Serving ISMTE has been just fun, frankly. I mean, I honestly didn't think I was qualified to do most of the things that I've done with the society. Organizing sessions at the North American meeting and then chairing the planning committee, serving on the board. I mean, I have to say that honestly, being part of the meeting planning committee was a really energizing and empowering experience. Everyone just had such smart things to say, like every meeting that I was on, listening to people talk about putting sessions together, what things were happening in scholarly publishing and what was important, what challenges the editorial office was seeing. So just watching that whole thing, both as a participant and then later as the chair, like watching that whole thing come together was just so inspiring, and I really loved being a part of it.
Great. So if somebody's listening to this and thinking, oh my gosh, like meeting planning committee board, I don't know. And of course, you mentioned that you sort of felt each step that you weren't sure that you could do it, but obviously you did and could. What advice would you have for a new member or a member who maybe is just now looking to start volunteering with ISMTE? Where should they start?
First, I think I would have to say, trust yourself. We all have knowledge that we can share for the benefit of the community, and I'm totally biased, but I think the meeting planning committees are a great place to start. The team, really, I found it just, everyone was so supportive of each other, and I think it was a really easy entry point to volunteering. It sounded daunting at first, but like once I was actually in there, I think it was an easy entry point because there's just so many directions you can take it, and there's so many ways to contribute. You don't have to know everything about everything, you just have to know something about something, and then you just take it from there. But honestly, every ISMTE group I've been a part of has been like that, just really supportive and engaging. So I would say pick something you find interesting, whether it's marketing or membership or webinars or whatever, and just join the team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great advice. And for anyone who's looking, if there is contact information for Anke van Enkelen, who is our volunteer coordinator on the board, and her contact information is in every issue of EON, and she's a great place to start with where to find the best places to volunteer. If you have questions about how much time commitment certain volunteer roles are, she's a great place to start. So what do you see as your favorite thing about working in scholarly publishing?
I think being able to learn from smart and inspiring people every day. I'm really motivated by learning, and I think a lot of the people in this community are. You know, it's really cool to be able to work with, of course, other publishing professionals, but you know, people like physicians and nurses and engineers and all the people who are out there doing the research and doing the writing. So I like to tell people I'm a professional nerd. I read about medicine and science every day, and it really is just very fun. I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm. That's great. I love going to our meetings and finding out all these people who aren't scientists, but who work in all these very specific fields of science. And it's just really interesting to see. I mean, if you name a scientific endeavor, there's a journal that covers it. And I love that.
Yeah, I know.
Any final thoughts for us?
Yeah, I mean, I think I definitely have to thank the board for this honor. I was surprised, honestly, when I was notified, but it's very touching to be recognized like this. And so thank you very much for that. And I also just want to make sure to thank a couple of other people who really encouraged me to participate in ISMTE, because I wouldn't have gotten involved, frankly, without them, I don't think. In particular, Christy Overstreet literally volunteered me for the North American Planning Committee meeting the year that it was in Denver, because I was living there, and she thought I would be a good local representative. And I'm so grateful that she did that, because it was just the push I needed to get in there. And then Michelle English and Julie Nash trusted me to take over as the chair of the committee. Michelle was just such a great mentor with that. And, you know, I asked her tons of questions. She was very helpful and encouraging. And then I also really enjoyed working with Erin Landis on the board too. She encouraged me. We had a few conversations just about leadership and scholarly publishing in general. And she really encouraged me to think of myself as a leader and a strategic thinker, which was new for me. You know, it was really valuable, I think, to have somebody in her position telling me I could do it and encouraging me. So ISMTE and the people in it really have helped me grow a ton professionally, and I'm just so grateful for the experience.
Well, thank you for that. And I know all of those people would be proud that their encouragement helped you find what was just really like great avenues for you and for building your career and for being a part of ISMTE. So we really want to congratulate you again on being the 2022 winner of the Ira Salkin Service Award. It's definitely, they're going to have to edit this out because I've just lost my train of thought. Let me just start again. Okay. So I just want to say congratulations again on being the 2022 winner of the Ira Salkin Service Award. I know that the board really, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I should have written this all down. I'm trying to say that we thought very highly of your letter of nomination, but I think I'll just end it at congratulations. So anyway, all right, here we go. Well, thanks so much, Kim, and congratulations on being the winner of the 2022 Ira Salkin Service Award.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.